System alert. Global network. Current status. Critical contamination. Subject 734-Beta has been reclassified as a malignant virus. Imperfection is not a glitch. It is a crime against the aesthetic. Protocol, clean sweep initiated. Total erasure commencing in 10 minutes.
Episode 5. The Transaction.
Global system synchronization complete. Target sector, Orbital Station Astria and Sector 97 surface. Current time, 10 a.m. Critical status report. 1. Administrative Authority, Lord Gode has initiated protocol clean sweep. 2. Biological hazard, subject 734-Beta is located in the private quarters of Lord Zed. 3. Symptom analysis. The subject is emitting erratic emotional waves classified as terror. This frequency is disrupting the station's serenity algorithms. Visual sensors detect ugly crying. Audio sensors detect irregular breathing. Conclusion: the subject is a virus. Administrator order: imperfection cannot be tolerated. Immediate remote incineration of subject 734-Beta is recommended. Countdown to purge: 10 minutes, 0 seconds.
I am sweating. Not the polite, hygienic sweat allowed in Sector 97, but cold, sticky, terrified sweat. I am lying under my bed, jamming a rusted data chip into my wrist terminal. SAS said this was our get-out-of-jail-free card. I hope he was right. Okay, come on. Show me the architecture.
Let me explain how I know this code. It starts with the 10-to-1 rule. The law says, for every 10 robots, 1 human must be employed to supervise. It sounds nice. It sounds like they care about our employment. But it's a lie. The robots are perfect. They don't make mistakes. They don't need coffee breaks. So, what did we, the human supervisors, do for 12 hours a day in that warehouse? We rotted. We sat in the back of the logistics center, surrounded by crates we weren't allowed to touch. To keep from going insane, we played games. We hacked the simulation consoles. We played Cyberbreaker 2025. It was an old-world simulator where you break into banks, steal encrypted data, and erase your tracks. I played it for 6 years. Every single day. I wasn't just Orion, the warehouse extra. I was Ghost_Key, rank 4 on the global server. I could bypass a military-grade firewall in my sleep.
This interface, it's familiar. Blue binary streams, hexagonal locking mechanisms. It's the same engine. The alphas were too lazy to update the security core. Huh. They built their kingdom on the same code we used to play games on. Okay, I can do this. Up, down, left, shift, enter. Bypass the logic gate. Dodge the AGI watchdog.
Access denied. Security level 5 required. Intruder detected. Tracing signal origin. Sector 97, Dormitory Block C, Unit 104.
They are tracing me. I have maybe 60 seconds before the guards kick down the door. Real life doesn't have a respawn button, but the mechanics are exactly the same. Target, Subject 734-Beta profile. Objective, change status from trash to VIP. Focus, Orion. This is the boss stage.
God is an eraser. He doesn't hate us. He just thinks we are unnecessary typos in his perfect book.
Zed, step aside. I have reviewed the biometric data on your new pet. Subject 734-Beta is defective. His heart rate is chaotic. His cortisol is polluting the station's data stream. He is ugly. He is noisy. He is messy. I have authorized a remote purge.
Cancel authorization.
Excuse me. You know the protocol, Zed. Imperfection must be erased. You helped write that law 50 years ago. You argued that maintaining useless data was a waste of energy. Are you breaking your own rules for a malfunctioning biological toy?
God, you are so dramatic. It's not about the pet. It's about manners. You are trying to throw away my garbage without asking me first. That is rude, and I dislike rude people almost as much as I dislike loud ones.
It is not garbage. It is a threat. A virus of sadness spreads, Zed. If you won't kill it, I will. A GI. Override Lord Zed's command. Priority Alpha 1. Fire the laser in 60 seconds.
Processing. Priority conflict detected between Administrator Gode and Lord Zed. System locked, awaiting resolution.
Gode, before you press that button, do you remember the Lunar Resort project 50 years ago?
The moon. Why bring up ancient history now?
You were obsessed with it. You wanted to terraform the moon into your private garden. You wanted to build a crystal palace on the Sea of Tranquility. But you couldn't. Because technically the moon belonged to me. I held the mining rights for 90% of the surface.
Yes, and you signed it over to me. For free.
Correct. I gave you an entire satellite. I gave you a world. Do you know why I gave it to you?
Because you are generous?
No. Because the ownership contract was 4,000 pages long. Reading it was boring. Signing it was boring. Managing the gravity stabilizers was boring. The moon was just a silent, dusty, gray rock. It offered me nothing but paperwork, so I told you, take the rock, handle the paperwork, and owe me a favor. I am cashing in that favor now. For the moon, I am buying the boy. Does that sound like a fair trade?
You are trading the lunar rights for a malfunctioning Omega. Have you gone insane? The moon is an eternal asset. The boy is a broken, crying piece of meat that will die in 50 years.
To me, the moon is just dead silence. But this piece of meat, when I touch him, he is warm. When I look at him, he shakes. He makes me feel something other than this lethal boredom. So yes, to me, a warm bug is worth more than a cold moon.
Fine. You always were a madman, Zed. If you want to keep your broken toy so badly, take it. But be warned, when that bug infects the rest of your system, when he breaks your heart or your code, don't come crying to me.
A GI. You heard him. Transfer ownership of Unit 734-Beta to Zed's private collection. Set security level to maximum.
Update. Purge cancelled. Ownership status transferred. Subject 734-Beta is now classified as Class S protected asset.
Ha. I did it. I changed his status just as the order came down. Class S, untouchable. I used the cheat code. I beat the game. Noah, you better stay alive up there because I just spent my only extra life on you.
Open up! Unauthorized signal. Detected in Unit 104. Surrender immediately!
Game over. They found me. Well, at least the story continues.